Master, thank you so much, first of all, for having us all here. I was very worried because on 12 years ago, you said that you were retiring and we left a void in our hearts. So I was very scared of what will happen today. But today is a joyous day. It's a happy day because what you're going to talk to us about is going to fill our hearts.
In the same breath, I had said I'll continue to bat for India as well.
When
I announced my retirement, post-retirement, I'll say I continue to bat for India in different capacity.
Exactly. You bat for India, you tennis for India, you badminton for India. You just play for India every day. So we're, of course, thankful for that. But tell us about this. I'm going to take you back before the debut, before that debut tour that happened. I don't know where you went. I've forgotten where you went. But yeah, that debut tour that happened. But before that, your younger years, playing in Bandra East. Tell us about when you discovered the joy of playing.
Firstly, I'd like to welcome all my friends. This is a extended family. So a big thank you from the bottom of my heart to see you here, to support what I'm starting to do now. This is a new journey, and before I could start the journey, like always I've done in my life, I went to my mother's room this morning to take her blessings. And the first thing she told me is, "Arey, aaj Sankashti hai, changla divas hai." So happy Sankashti to everyone. Hope it brings you luck and good health. To talk about sport, as a kid, I remember growing up in Sahitya Sarvas in Bandra East. Those were the golden days of my life, and no stress of extra tuitions and post-school classes and all those. I would spend most of the time playing there in front of our building. We had a beautiful ground in Sahitya Sarvas, and invariably during my holidays, I would be out playing from 8:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. I would never go home. I can see a couple of my colony friends, and they will back me up on this, what I'm about to say. In Sahitya Sarvas, because my both parents worked, and to manage a kid like me, a naughty kid, wasn't easy. They had to have someone to manage me. So there was a elderly lady who looked after me, and her name was Lakshmi Bai, was known as, everyone would call her Bai. So I would refuse to go home. My day would start at 8:30, be it cricket, football, hockey, hand tennis, or whatever, badminton. But the day went on till 8:30 p.m. I would never go home. At lunchtime, she would be downstairs with a plate filled with food and also would feed me because I would refuse to eat. I would say, "I don't want to stop. I'm not going to come home. If you want me to eat, you'll have to come down." That was a beautiful stage of my life. Then later on, like in international cricket, we break for tea. In those days, for me, it was a break for milk, a glass of milk. And again, Lakshmi Bai would have come down to make sure that I have some energy to play, go on till 8:30. And all these guys would kind of wind up, go home at 7:30 p.m. And for no reason, God knows why, but I would be running around the building. Nothing, there was no end goal as such, but I would run. And I had so much energy. So in short, what I'm trying to tell you is, from that stage in my life, I never stopped playing. And it continues.
Even now, like after retiring as well, you are just playing all the time. And I've seen you playing different sports. You're playing golf, and you're playing tennis, badminton, pickleball. I keep inviting you to play paddle, but you haven't come as yet. But that will start soon as well.
Playing matter where you are and which sport you're playing. You've got good company. All my friends are sitting here, and they will tell you how competitive it gets. We fight for every inch, every point. It gets even more competitive than if you're playing racket sport, then Wimbledon, US Open. I think it gets a little more competitive than that. When it comes to golf, every inch matters. Arey, tune ball hila, you should not be doing this and all that, and we would penalize, and all those kind of things happen. I think the best part is sport reminds you to to bring that kid in you, it just suddenly awakens. And that is the beauty, because, for us, whenever we crossed the rope and went, on the field, we got competitive. No matter for the rest of the world, everyone would say, "Arey, exhibition game hai." But once you've crossed the rope, तो charity नहीं है उधर. We want to give our best, and that is what I mean. I can see both. I mean, Irfan is here, Yusuf is here. So we've played recently also, and the first thing that I told all my teammates कि once you cross the rope, हम seriously खेलेंगे. बाद में जो मजा करना है वो करेंगे. मगर क्रिकेट खेलना है वो serious क्रिकेट खेलेंगे. वहाँ टाइम पास नहीं करेंगे.
I just want to tell you that they've all been complaining about you in that league, saying that we are all older and you're making us dive and take these catches, and next day they can't recover and they require 3 tons of ice to soak in. So yeah, I think everybody's aware of not just the high standards you set for yourself, but for everyone around you as well. But then that leads me to this question. Then is 10XU only for the champions? Is it only for the masters of the game? Is it only for those who are the absolute top?
10XU is for everyone, elite athletes and a common man. Very shortly you will see the ad and the vision what we are trying to achieve as a brand. 10XU basically, when we talk about India, young India, the youngest average age nation. Now, if we put our hand on the heart and ask a genuine question, are we are young, but are we fit and healthy? The answer would be no. We are the diabetic capital of the world when it comes to obesity. We are right up there. These records are something that we should not be proud of. The vision has always been, how can we make India fitter and healthier? Everyone need not be athletes. Our end goal is to have a young, fit and healthy India. All our diseases, most of the diseases are due to our lifestyle. Our lifestyle is very, very sedentary. We need to put spring under our feet, engage ourselves into some sporting activity. And we as a nation, I feel, we are a sports-loving nation. We are not sports-playing nation. We sometimes, are happy sitting in the AC room, sofa mein baithe, and we are clapping for others. I think we need to be more active, and that lifestyle change has to happen from the grassroots level, from school days. How can you engage the younger generation to any sporting activity? And like how we wake up in the morning, brush our teeth and all that, get ready, have a shower. It should become like that. You either exercise, hit the gym, or play some sport and lead active lifestyle. So it is not only about elite professional athletes. It's for everyone. It's for a common man, and that is something that we are trying to achieve. Engage ourselves with sporting activity and lead a healthy, active lifestyle, which will have a positive impact on our country.
So this has obviously come from a lot of your observations. I know that you really get into kind of everything, the science of clothes, shoes, all those things, and you've been doing this for very long. Then why 10XU now? And why not earlier? Like, tell us about why it's happening now.
There was this idea, the thought was always being discussed with my team, who's here, Venki, Atul, Zoya, all these guys. We used to sit together with my family, and then we would discuss, do we need to do something about this? Because, like I said, I'll continue batting for India post-retirement as well. So how is it that we can, get people to change their thought process? Everyone need not be professional athletes, but how could we have healthy lawyers, healthy doctors, healthy accountants, healthy journalists, everyone, all of us. And that is how this movement started. But somehow I was not able to press the accelerator hard enough to process this faster. And that was only because we were waiting for the right partners. I had retired after playing for 24 years, which is only international cricket. But I started spending time away from my family from the age of 13. So there were a lot of years that I spent away from my family. So post-retirement, I wanted to spend more time with family. And rightly so, because it was the need of the hour, I felt, because I'd missed out on so many special occasions. I still remember my grandmother used to say that health is your real wealth. So look after your health. And post-COVID, I bumped into Anshu from Whiteboard, and then, even Peak 15 got on board. And because basically we all needed to be on the same page with our team and all these guys. And we met, obviously, Karan and Karthik, both of them are here. So we were on the same wavelength. We found ourselves with one goal, one destination, and that is how could we impact India positively and engage them into sporting activities. So it is all about having one goal, one target, and the team working together. We have a very good force now, a committed team with one goal. So that is how 10XU as a brand took birth, and then multiple things came together. But the idea was healthier and fitter India, and how could we play a role there?
Okay, so I'm sure that we're going to see it over the next like half hour, 40 minutes. But essentially, if we were to just sum it up in one line, there is something for everyone that is being launched today. Right? There's something for everyone? Yeah.
Absolutely for everyone, because I feel it is not about being at the top all the time, but it is more about sport has its own language which speaks to your heart. Like I said, the kid in you is awakened, and sport has the power to do that. Suddenly when we start playing sport, we become kids.
Yeah.
And that is what I want to revive. It should never diminish. The simple message is that we can possibly have a look at the ad as and when you guys are ready.
We will.
But it conveys that when you're on the field, the natural reactions that you get. That is something that we've been able to capture here.
Excellent. So I think we should call Karthik on stage as well, who is the co-founder of 10XU. Can we have a big round of applause for him, please? Yeah. Karthik, just a little closer. Second slip. Come.
Second slip? Okay.
Yeah. A little closer. Don't be in the gully.
Yeah.
Tell us, I think the first question I want to ask is, because skeptics would say that we've seen enough celebrities, people on top of their game, who are just associated with products, but they just kind of give their name or they give their image, and that's where it stops. After having spent a little time with you and with Master about this, I know that is the exact opposite of what the case is here. So if you could just throw some light on that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, good morning. Thank you all for coming. And I think the journey almost started 18 months back when we met Master in Bombay. And we were just, the same question which you asked, saying, why are you building it now? I think Master's answer was very clear, that he wants to transform India from a sports-loving nation to a sports-playing nation. Even today, we go and see that the number of people who watch the sport, it could be sometimes Premier League football, and then they're speaking about saying, hey, you know what, you should not have done this offside, and all commenting, but the number of people who actually play is very less. And that was actually the spark which got him started. And ever since that, the amount of time which we have just spent with him, and it's been just so amazing, wherein he brings in a lot of insights from different sports. And I still remember this vividly, the very first meeting when we had, and we were talking about a cricket shoe. And he actually said, can you show me the shoe of a tennis player? And we were like, wow, what is this? And then he said, and when we brought him the shoe of a tennis player, he actually said that in all other sport, you move straight, but tennis is the lone game where you actually move laterally. Right? And when you field, you actually move laterally. So how can we bring in the stability systems from tennis over to cricket? And we were like, wow, this is like actually sort of dumbifying it for a 101 person like me, saying that what are some of those features which we need to put in the products. And ever since that, every small feature, even this morning when we were just in his room, he was actually talking about saying how we can add some small embroidery work in t-shirts. So his obsession towards details is what has actually got us to get better and better. We are still very early, we are still in day one, but I think just his attention to detail, and then if you were to just absorb all his numerous insights and then just come out with a product, yeah, I'm sure it'll be a great journey.
Yeah, when it comes to insights and experience, can't get anyone better, right? I mean, with just the quality and the quantity both of the experiences that he has. But obviously, as they say, I mean, it takes a village to raise a brand. So there's a lot of other people who are involved, and I think you want to call some of them on stage right now.
Absolutely. So the first thing, even before that, I would actually, I mean, there's a question which a lot of people have asked me for the last 1 year. What does 10XU stand for? And for some of my friends in the Far East, they really love this name because they call it as Tenju. And I'm like, it's not Tenju, it's 10XU. And I mean, it started with just the larger vision, which I said, Master's vision, 10's vision of transforming India, which is you, from someone who just loves sports to someone who loves playing sports. So the 10 and you were always there in the brand name. But what is much more important was that when we started fleshing out the persona of this brand, saying that, how does this brand come across? And I just want all of you to just probably rewind, go back 20 years, 30 years, 40 years back, when you're probably in the grade 7 of your school, and imagine the PT bell or the game period bell actually rings. And that energy which you suddenly get when all of you just rush to the ground, nobody told you that you have to walk 3,000 steps today or burn 300 calories. You all rushed to the ground because you all wanted to have fun, you wanted to have joy. And that was the single largest reason why we said, this is a brand which will deliver joy. This is a brand which will actually deliver smiles in the face of people, and not just as an individual. Most of the sports brands are very, very individual. It's all about me. Our brand is a we brand. And with the 10 and you, it becomes an 11-member team. And that is the whole idea of why it's 10XU. But to bring it...
Love that.
But to make it, of course, much more visual, and being an MBA where I can talk a lot, but I can't draw it out a lot. So that's when I had to partner with some of the good folks, my friends from down under, from Australia. It was a bit easy. I mean, you had to partner with the folks who are absolute cricket buffs and who are absolutely energetic. So we have two Tims. You wanted Tim Tam, right? From Australia?
From Australia, yeah. Usually we want Tim Tam from Australia.
Yeah, I couldn't get
we got
that.
Tim Tim?
Yeah, we have Tim Tim.
We'll do Tim Tim then.
So
It's Tim Happy Hours. Please welcome them on stage with a warm round of applause, everyone.
Sachin, nice to meet you.
Hi, are you Tim?
Yes,
All right,
Tim.
all right, great.
Good to see you on screen. Good morning. Good
Hi,
morning.
you're Tim, right?
Yes,
Excellent,
that's
great, thanks.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we are from the land down under. We're Believe You Me. We're Tim and Tim. We're a double act. Tim lives in Sydney. I live in Melbourne. We're partners in crime, if you like, being creative directors of our branding company. And you can imagine, as a cricket-playing nation with a fierce rivalry with India, you know, one of the most fierce is the Ashes, and then there's Australia and India. We've suffered many, many times watching the great master bat, taking us to pieces. So it's lovely to be on the same side for once. And you can imagine our excitement and how proud we are to be part of the team under Kartik's invitation to create this brand. So exciting, you know, one of the honors of our careers. We've heard, Sachin's been telling us about the shifting people from watching sport to playing sport. So I won't go into that. But we've also heard very much about the joy of sport, how that's the fundamental principles of the brand that's what sport's about. It's the fun, it's the pleasure, the fun of playing. That's where you meet friends, you meet teammates.
With that element itself. So it becomes part of the crowd, it becomes a ball, a whole series of elements. And then there is what we call the celebration, which is, if you like, that iconic pose that I think probably everyone in the room has seen where Sachin looks towards the heavens, humbly thanking for, whatever it might be, the latest ton. Oh.
We want to see that smile, that lovely smile that just lights all of us up. I love seeing that smile. Master and I were just talking here right now. We were like, abhi kamre mein log bada serious type ka vibe hai na idhar. You know it's serious when Atul is sitting quietly. Like, why? Kya ho gaya sab? Everything okay? He's there. He's awake. He's awake. Because the thing is that now we're coming to this real crescendo part, right? Because there's this brand film that we're going to show you right now. And I am super excited. You've obviously seen it. You both have seen it 100 times, maybe more. But when I saw it for the first time, trust me, legit goosebumps. I love this film. We want to show you that film right now. But before that, we need some thoda enthusiasm chahiye kamre mein. Angad Bedi thoda shor macha yaar. Thoda, is that Ajit Agarkar over there? Sitting in the dark. Just a little more noise before we play the brand film. Come on, everybody. Let's hear you. All right, play the film, please. That is amazing. As a student of filmmaking and a person who's acted in 11 flop films, I want to ask you, it's 11. I want to ask you that last sequence, was that a rain machine? को पाइप लगे कोई खड़ा था पानी में जब आप खेल रहे थे टेनिस?
नहीं, actually what happened, we had planned a date where the crew was ready to shoot and all that. Everything was set up, but poured like anything. तो वहाँ पे पहुँचते ही the first question they asked me is, अरे script बदलते हैं, we'll shoot indoors and all that. इतने rain में how will we manage? Let's do that. And I said, no, we are not changing anything. It just takes me back to my childhood days, and even after playing for India also, I did all these things, So we continued with our original plan. We shot in the rain. So what you've seen here, everything is original. Nothing was makeshift. I'll tell you a small story about what happened in the earlier part of my career. There were a lot of colony friends that we would, in front of our building, play cricket in the monsoon. But also after playing for India, when I had to prepare myself before going on any tour, just during that period, because a lot of Sri Lanka tours used to happen during that period, but there were no facilities to practice, no indoor nets. So wahin pe muck mein, the mud is flying all over the face and all that. We used to practice like that with leg guards, helmet, and proper kit, because there were no facilities. So we had to make the best of what we had. We didn't have the best of facilities. So, that is what it was. It was one thing which kept us going, and that was passion and love for the game. So that is exactly what we've been able to capture here in this film, passion and love for sport.
Love it, love it. Big round of applause to 10XU and that brand film. We have a very interesting bit that's going to happen on stage right now, but I just want to tell you that rain sequence that you shot, that's the second rain sequence I've enjoyed. The first one was Tip Tip Barsa Pani, that was 30 years ago. After that, I really enjoyed this one. Seemed very genuine. And that's just my little, very, very amateurish segue into what is going to happen next on stage, because we have no control of what's going to happen on stage after this. It's literally like the West Indies bowling in the early 70s, right? There's no rules, no balls, things coming, perfume balls. It's all going to happen because we have on stage three friends of mine who are also completely unhinged fans of cricket and generally unhinged human beings. So can we please call on stage Cyrus Brocha, Saurabh Pant, and Azim Banatwala on stage. Master, I think we should go. ये बिना helmet के नहीं खेल सकते इनको हम लोग. चलो चलो.
Mr. Gaurav Kapoor. We don't need to say
he's okay with just Gaurav ji being a Punjabi.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Gaurav
Gaurav
if you're
Kapoor,
Parsi.
Esquire. No, but we're talking, of course, about the joy of play and just you don't have to be the best in the world, but you have to feel on top of the world. And I think all of us growing up, playing sports in our respective buildings, colonies, all of that, I think that was the pure joy of, for me particularly, every evening that 4:30, 5 p.m. was just that, okay, it's time to play, time to go out. And all of us, I think we played cricket in our respective buildings, colonies.
Yeah,
Yes.
you never invited me to your building, but I'll just be honest here. Don't want to show off, but I'm a South Bombay boy. You can tell from my accent. And so we grew up in Azad Maidan, playing in those areas. And we were just discussing, Saurav and I, we are both from the same area. It's a whole new experience if you work in our Maidans, because you had short leg for one game, and you also square leg for the next game. You know, and you don't even know when the ball's coming. And then somebody will just shout, "Bachao, dekho," whatever, and you just look around and guess. And remember, it was
And it improves your reflexes a lot.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because you're like
360
anywhere.
degrees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like crossing the road in Mumbai.
Yeah, well.
Something could come from any direction.
Absolutely.
A wire could hit you, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think also we were talking about like rules with regards to cricket,
Oh, yeah.
like when we were playing. And in my building, the rule was that there was a garage here and there was a jungle on this side. So our leg side play was horrible. Like we
Yes.
were the only people from the subcontinent who didn't know how to hit on the leg side. And I stayed in a government building, so we never had a problem with glass breaking.
Okay, yes, correct, of course.
Because there was the CPWD, which is the Central Power Works Department, so the glass would break, and one of the guys who used to play with us was the son of one of the guys. So he'd break a glass, like, Papa, C301! Great.
who says the government isn't working for us? I mean, it's amazing. What a lovely story. Heart-touching. Yeah.
But it's true, no, because every building that we grew up in, particularly playing cricket, it's the building and then there's one rectangular compound. So you only have the option of playing in a L shapes. So like for me, I only know how to play
Azim, I have to
straight.
stop you. The chairman of selectors is doing selfies with Gaurav Kapoor, is distracting me. I mean, what disrespect to South Bombay's finest batsman. Bro, what are you guys doing? I mean, look at the three of fine panelists, experts in the game, and Ajit Agarkar is taking your picture. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I'll sit on your lap later, Gaurav. Behave yourself.
Gaurav Kapoor has said, I want to hear you, not see you, which is something all three of us have heard throughout our lives.
Yes. now both genders. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, but I think cricket genuinely is that one game where, so if you were playing football in a building, the rules for football were very simple of, okay, ball has to go inside goal. If you kick somebody, it's a foul. Basic. But cricket in India specifically, like every single building had its own unique set of rules, right? Like, because this particular, you had to be like, okay, this particular car ka owner bahut khadus hai. So if it hits this car, then it's out. That other car, maybe not so much, so that you're allowed twice. This balcony, if it goes in, you're out.
We also invented the whole one declared, two declared, three declared,
Yes.
which nowhere in the world they had.
Yes.
Where one wall is one declared, one car is two declared, Mrs. Sharma, three declared. Sorry about that. So all that.
As well, please. We can have a big round of applause.
So I'd like to invite Karan, my co-founder, to the stage.
There he is. Karan's here as well. Let's get Karan on stage. Master, I want to ask you a quick question actually, because they were talking about your leg spin. And does the bowling also come from the fact that you just never wanted to leave the field?
Batting होने के बाद, just to stand there and watch others play was too boring. And I never did that. So actually in school matches when I was a captain, नया ball से I would bowl seam up, थोड़ा semi new ball से off spin, बाद में leg spin, तब तक दूसरा नया ball आ जाता था. So I enjoyed bowling. In fact, with my friends, I always had this dream of bowling 150, but my body did not allow that. But I would bowl from 16 yards, and I said, match में ऐसे ही खेलना पड़ेगा, तो तैयारी करो. But deep within, I was enjoying my fast bowling and making them uncomfortable.
I just want to add one more thing because we chat GPT'd it. Is that the term? Chat GPT'd it? Googled is an easier term. I Googled it yesterday. And I don't know, we talk about, 10,000 hours of doing anything. You spoke about 3,000 steps, etc. I want to tell you the craziest statistic, and we know all his great records and statistics. He has spent, and I'm not counting, the time when you get out and you sit with your feet up in the dressing room, of just being on the field, right? Whether it's batting, whether it's fielding, this legend here has spent 10,000 hours on his feet on a field. 10,000 hours. Well, with that kind of experience, you know a few things about shoes and feet and insoles and spikes, etc. So we're going to start off with, are we going to start off with the cricket shoe? Is that what we're going to start with?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes? Are we going to start with that? Karthik, it's Karthik's baby and your baby, so I'll let you guys take control. There you go, that's the first one, that's the cricket shoe. Let's get a visual of that on the screen as well, so that everybody can see it nice and big and blown up. Oh, there it is. And I think you want to talk us through the spikes, because when we were chatting, you said something very interesting about the spikes. Please tell us about that.
So this, before I get to this shoe, I remember when I started playing cricket, the first day I went to Acharya sir's net. जो हम स्कूल में डालते हैं ना पीटी के लिए वो कैनवस शूज विद ग्रीन फ्लैट सोल, बिल्कुल कोई कुशनिंग नहीं, नथिंग. आई वॉर दैट एंड द डे आई डिसाइडेड टू प्ले सीरियस क्रिकेट, आचार्य सर सेड टू माय ब्रदर, वो जो आर्च स्पाइक्स होते, वी मस्ट गेट दोज फॉर हिम. मोस्ट ऑफ अस वुड कॉल इट आर स्पाइक्स, क्योंकि हम छोटे थे, हमको वी डिड नॉट नो कि ये ना आर्च स्पाइक्स बोलते हैं इसको. एंड टू समवन who's not played in that era, most of you have not experienced that, magar those shoes resemble संजीव कुमार के जो शोले में थे ना जूते, जो गब्बर को मारता है वैसे जूते थे. नीचे वो है ना उसके जो मोटे मोटे नेल्स थे, they were like hammered into the sole. उसके बाद I mean we all used to practice school nets, and by then Praveen Amre, who's here, had played for India under-19 team and had gone to Australia. He returned back from Australia and Acharya sir told us, usko dekho, uski batting dekho and all that. So we would, watch him very, very closely. And then while watching his batting, obviously, to kya kit pehna hai, kaun si bat use kar raha hai, joote kaun se hai. So we saw in his kit bag, there were some fancy shoes, really fancy shoes, cricket shoes. And सब देखते थे अरे क्या जूते and all that. Praveen realized that. Praveen said to me, score 100 and take them. So जब मेरे 100 बने तब I didn't have the guts to go and tell him कि you had said that I'll get 100 and give me the shoe. Praveen himself came to me, and the first quality pair of my life, good quality, was given by him. So I cannot forget that. वो जूते जब खराब हुए थोड़े, I mean I went back to PU sole, which was really, really hard. I mean locally made shoes. But even after I played for India, I continued wearing those. I remember in England, which was my third tour, again some fancy shoes came to us, and that is where I experienced on good grounds, because before that, when he presented me those shoes, we were playing on our normal maidans, but to be able to wear quality shoes on a proper cricket field in the stadium, in England and all that, made a huge difference. I just didn't stop running. So I felt, why not use all that experience and put everything together in this shoe. That is what we've done. And then to be able to do this, it's taken us almost 18 months. Lot of work has gone into putting this together. So I'm going to start from the toe. So normally what would happen? When you're running, when you're taking off, up to this point there was a grip. But after this, just the final 10-15%, I felt that thrust that we need to take off was not there. So what I told them, we need to move this spike as far out as possible. So जब हम भाग रहे take off, because in today's world, line decisions are critical. Literally, we are talking about centimeters, and that is the difference between winning and losing. So we've been able to move this spike further out. Also, our data shows that Indians they have wide feet, broader feet. So we've given some extra room compared to other brands. I don't want to get into comparisons with anyone. What we wanted to achieve, we've been able to achieve in this shoe. We've given a little more space here because, when in our conditions, when you stand for 6-7 hours in that heat, end of the day's play, the feet swell up a bit. And then, around tea time, पहला ख्याल दिमाग में आता है कि मैं कब जूते निकालता हूँ ड्रेसिंग रूम में जाके. So it is not about those 6 playing hours. It is beyond that also. We wanted players to be comfortable, to give them that comfort so that they're only thinking of delivering there on the field. They're not thinking of this discomfort कि बहुत problem हो रहा है. I need to go back to the dressing room and take them off. We've done that. Also, that data shows that most Indians are flat-footed. So we've been able to design insoles also differently, which I'll come to that. The next one, obviously, is the stability. I think the stability is really, really important because we have to change directions. And if there is not enough stability, you're going to struggle to do that. The sides of the shoe, which are marginally higher to give ankle support, because as I spoke about lateral movement, I think these areas are the ones which will give you nice support. A solid heel as well. There is one more thing that nobody has done so far. I have never experienced anything like this. Normal spikes, we are looking at about 12 mm length of the spike. This is one spike at the back. I don't think, there are a couple of friends. Jatin is here. Jatin, I don't think you've seen this spike ever on any shoe. Whatever cricket I've played, I've never experienced that. And why we are looking to add this is when you land badly, this small spike, which is 9 mm if I'm not mistaken, this spike normally will not come in contact with the ground. This spike is only when, if a batter, you must have seen, बहुत बार sweep मारते हुए, they slip because the outfield is wet. Sometimes pitch पे भी थोड़ा dewy थोड़ा हो जाता है pitch. Or if you ran outside and then you go on the pitch, this part doesn't grip and it becomes slippery. So this spike will only come into play when you land badly. Otherwise, it's like having a seat belt, honestly. यहाँ पे जो grooves रखे हैं, there was something that we thought and we discussed. These grooves, the direction of that will help you slow down as well when you are, if you land badly, then not just the spike, but this will also add to it. It is the same function as we've seen in the aircrafts also. Aircraft we have on the wings, they have these air brakes to slow down. And nobody has told me this. This is something that I discussed with the team, and I said कि वो जो aircrafts में air brakes लगाते हैं, तो यहाँ पे हम क्यों नहीं लगा सकते वैसे कुछ, which if you land badly, it will help you slow down. I'm not saying कि खराब landing नहीं होगा and all that. All that can happen, but the damage will be less. That was the whole idea behind creating this shoe. We've also, in the process of actually designing a fast bowling shoe, which we haven't launched yet. It's still in the process. It's taken a while for us, but we want to get it right. Because कहीं ना कहीं तो मैंने पढ़ा था ये कि we want everything right now. there is no such thing as right now. You can either have it right or you can have it now. And much rather prefer to have it right, so we'll have to wait for a while. But to talk more on that, I will ask Karthik to just explain to you and take you in details on it.
Yeah. So I think on the fast bowlers, we actually spoke to a lot of fast bowlers who have played for Ranji, who have played for Indian team. And there were 2 or 3 pain points which we identified. And actually one of the common features which we identified, not just for a fast bowler, I think it probably every sportsman who plays a high impact sport suffers, is because when they land hard, the toe comes and touches or crashes in the front part of the shoe, and as a result of which the toenail starts peeling off. This is a problem which you would have seen. How it gets addressed is a lot of fast bowlers actually chip off the front portion of the shoe. So you would have seen that they would have typically chipped off the front portion of the shoe. And what we decided was that why do you need to chip it off? And why don't we actually still maintain the structural integrity of the shoe, but at the same time allow you a feature wherein the toe can actually stretch every time it comes and hits in the front. And what we have actually done is we have provided a slit over here, and every time the toe would come and hit you very hard, the toe would come and hit very hard in the front, this neoprene or a stretchable material would actually stretch all the way to the front. The shoe's integrity is still maintained, but at the same time your toenails are protected. This is something which is very unique. We don't think it's a problem to be solved only in cricket. It's a problem to be solved in every sport. I recently saw a very famous basketball player who had posted the photo of his toes, and then it was completely had blood clots all over. So this is a feature which we are able to solve through this this particular innovation. The other innovation which we actually brought about was that a fast bowler needs a lot of stability all across the shoe. So we needed to lock the whole feet quite tight. So we looked at most of the fast bowling shoes today. They have a strap which runs from the left end to the right end of the shoe. But what it doesn't do is, it actually doesn't wrap your foot completely around. So what we have done is we have actually looked at a structure which almost looks like a bridge structure. This is what you would see in a typical bridge kind of a structure. So we have provided this feature. And every time you were to pull this and tighten it, even this side is actually getting tightened. So you would see that the foot is getting tightened all the way from the left end to the right end and not just locking just the top portion of the shoe. So this is a unique strapping system which we have discovered. And then there is the last feature which we actually got inspired by people who do deadlifts. And the people who do deadlifts, their heel needs to be firmly grounded to the floor. So what we did is looked at what do shoes which have training shoes which have which people use for deadlifts, and we identified that there is a very strong support system which they run it all the way to the top and it locks the ankle and the feet completely. So these are 3 features which we are introducing completely in the fast bowler shoe. It's a lot of innovations over here. Obviously, we are in the process of testing it with a lot of players, and very soon we should have it. Yeah. So this is the fast bowler shoe which we are doing on the cricket pitch.
Excellent. So this is a batting and fielding shoe. So, but before we could introduce this, I myself tried it. Number of youngsters have tried, and we took a lot of feedback from all the coaches also. You know, क्या लगता है? I mean, it cannot be just one-way traffic कि जो मैं सोच रहा हूँ वही सही है, बाकी सब गलत है. We didn't want that. If we are to move forward, we need to have a genuine, honest feedback. And that is the only way we are going to get better. So we introduced that and we wanted that genuine feedback. And we've taken that feedback, taken a while to develop this, 18 months, but the end package is rather good, I would say.
And for all these concepts, obviously, I mean, all the concepts look brilliant on paper, or as one famous boxer said, that all plans look great on paper till the first punch lands on your face. So we had to execute it. So we had to partner with a great set of experts, and I would like to invite them. I'd like to invite Philip from Footwear Studios, who is our partner. They're based out of Germany. They are the designers. I would also like to invite Jenny from Insight, They are the ones who work on the insole technology which goes into our shoes. And I'd actually like to invite Mr. Suresh from one of the most reputed and most trusted companies in India, from Tata, who are actually our production partners, who help us out to actually make these shoes.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jenny. Good. Yes. Okay. Hi. Yeah, thank you.
Philip, you want to talk specifically about how we went about the whole stability as a concept in our shoes, especially in the cricket shoes.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
When we start a project at Footwear Studios, we really work closely with the players to understand really their pain points. And one big thing was stability, what everybody needed, and what we took a very close look at. So there's various ways to increase stability in shoes. We did it in various ways. First, we increased the collar height a bit. This provides extra heel or extra collar lock, which gives the player like a very comfortable feel, but also a secure feeling. We inserted a P-Buck shank, which you can see here with a little cutout, which is a material that gives very good stability, which is also flexible, but helps the player to stand stable and while moving, keep really the control.
Walk us through about what goes into the insoles.
Yes. I'm Jenny from Inside Insoles. So it's my honor to share with you our technology today at this platform. So as you know, for the shoe stability is very, very critical, and insole plays a big part of that. So our insole is based on performance, based on the shape and the structure, as well as the mission of having the comfort, using our innovative foam technology and our data-proven comfort numbers, quantify them, and achieve the extreme comfort of the user. So I'm not sure if I can take out the insole from the shoe here. Is it too complicated?
So for the 10XU insole products, we went with some of our most tried and true.
Insight on the insole, because you also talk about how important it is and your view on it.
Jenny ke baad you are asking me to bat. So I'm number 11 batter compared to her, but whatever my experience, let me share with you. Insoles, I had no knowledge about insoles, to be honest, till the moment I got injured, which was in year 2000. We were playing in Zimbabwe. I damaged my sesamoid bone. And that troubled me a lot. I tried everything, taking a number of shots there, under my foot, just next to my big toe, and all that, multiple shots. Nothing worked. Went to the extent where I consulted a number of foot specialists here, and some of them suggested a surgery. Some said, don't. The most experienced one said, don't ever let anyone touch your foot, because the success rate is very, very low. It's like literally 5 to 10% success rate. 90% of the surgeries fail, which got me worried, because this was in year 2000. I was out of action for 4 months. I could not, forget about running, I couldn't walk even without any pain. I mean, injections, nothing worked. Eventually someone suggested to me, why don't you go to South Africa? There are a couple of good doctors who can, foot specialists who can have a closer look at it, but come what may, no surgery. So I just took a chance and I went there. And they suggested insoles to me. They said that, what we are trying to achieve here is to take that pressure off your sesamoid joint and transfer that somewhere. So as we call it, the hot spots. When you do a foot scan, you can study hot spots. What are the areas which are taking a lot of stress? How could you distribute that? And that is exactly what insole did to me. Till then I had no knowledge about it. And in insoles also, over a period of time, I realized that for professional athletes, we are looking at performance and comfort. But for a common man who's got nothing to do with elite sport, we are looking at comfort, durability, and to be able to, wear whatever you want to wear for long hours. Shoe, for me, cricket bat and all, everything has to become a part of your body. It should not be a foreign object. And when it becomes a part of your body, that it's the right fit for you. Otherwise, it's not made for you. So I learned that. So in that also, insoles, there are a couple of different types. One type of insole, foam is designed differently, where it is all about, for professional athletes, it is all about energy returns that you derive out of it. So for me, something like, where if I land, how can I take off and it can help me perform better. But for a normal person, it is about cushion, feeling nice and comfortable, which has a little bit of give. So if I have to make comparisons, then I would say it is like, sitting in a comfortable sedan where, you say, "Arey, itna acha gaadi hai ki na gadda वगैरह hai, we don't feel anything." But whereas in a race car, the suspension is much, much harder because it is about performance. It is about, taking those corners at a high speed. And that is what a professional athlete has to do. Laterally, we should be able to accelerate and decelerate. And in that, you cannot have that give and that roll, even in your shoe. It's the same thing that we have tried to incorporate here. Jenny, you have spoken
Yes.
much more in detail about this, but this was from my experience, what I could feel on the field. And
Totally
whatever
correct.
I wanted,
Yes.
the other cricketers, young cricketers to experience,
Yep.
and a common man, that's what we've been able to incorporate in this.
This is exactly what our podiatrist team has talked to us about. The reason why every time when there's a shoe style that is being developed, we always ask for a last from the developer, because the last will tell you the exact dimension, the width, the bottom shape of the midsole, so that the insole can sit onto the midsole. But on top of that, we have a data of 120,000 foot scan from our podiatrist team. They are all from the clinic in US, in Miami, in so many states. So they have collected 120,000 foot scan of each of the athlete. Well, I can only name a person. I like to name a few more, like Selena Williams. She is the regular of our podiatrist. So what we do is we categorize them, and then we make the shape into the insole. And as you can see at the arch here, this is the patented contour shape. So with this shape, it can actually lift up your arch so that your arch can rest and align your body in the exact correct position, and therefore reduce the tiredness, reduce the uncertainty of the movement. And then at the heel cup, this also has a shape that can hold your heel well, so that when you're in a game, you don't have to shift around with some unnecessary space. So this completely aligned with your requirement and your experience. And thank you for summarizing for us all.
Thank you. Wonderful. And Mr. Suresh, it'll be really great to have you. I think we have partnered with Tata, and Tata stands for trust. And I'm sure that the values of Tata is something which the Tata Group is something which definitely gets into the manufacturing of a product. So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you for having us here.
These shoes have been made very versatile. It's something which we actually call it switch because it's something with which you can play a sport, but at the same time, if you have to party out in the streets of Mumbai, you can actually wear it. These have a very good sneaker kind of a look, and that's the range which we have over here. Our core design philosophy as we launched all these products has always been to do with comfort, and I'd like to invite Karan to talk about it.
Yeah, thanks, Karthik. So comfort has been the
Thank you. This is our Aeonic lace-up trainers. Next, I would want to show both So what you see on the left is the crossover range, and what you see on the right is the Zen Flow range. Is the right on the one on the right hand side is much more for people who are aged.
This venue. Yes, New Zealand is a small country, Saimi, but we need the exact place where it happened. Come on. Where was it? I want to talk to the person who wrote Sharjah, New Zealand in this. Please identify yourself. Because when I land...
The sun is up. Don't want it down. Get your money up. Just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors.
That tip, get your camera, you can see you in that tip, camera, in the digging that young sister be in. She wants to compete, and I can freak fit that pump with the peep, and you know what become when her weave in. I just wanna sip that punch with your peeps, and sit in that lunch if you're treating, kick it with your who come from Parisian. She know where to get mine from in the season. Now she wanna lick my in the evening, and fit that tongue to deepen. I guess that get any in. 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 I was in the 212 on the uptown aim. You know what's up or don't you? Word of who made ya? I'm a rude. What are you made up of? I'ma eat your food up, boo. I could bust your 8. I'ma do one too. Undo. When you do make bucks, I'ma look great. Bet you do want to. Like you do want to. You gated, get discovered. I'm a 2-1 deuce, son. You're a Kool-Aid dude. Plus your might lick it. Wonder who let you come to 1-2. What you do, crew, son? It's better ooh run. You could get shot, homie, if you do want to. Put your guns up. Tell your crew don't front. I'm a hoodlum. You know you were 2-1. I'm about to blue up too. I'm the 1-2 day. I'm the new young Rapunzel. Who are you? If new lunch. I'ma ruin you. Uptown aim. You know what's up or don't you? Word of who made ya? I'm a rude. What are you made up of? I'ma eat your food up, boo. I could bust your 8. I'ma do one too. Undo. When you do make bucks, I'ma look great. Bet you do want to. Covered, I'm a 2-1 deuce. Licking in the water by the blue bayou. Caught the warm goose. And you do rag too, son. You're a Kool-Aid dude. Plus your might lick it. Wonder who let you come to 1-2. What you do, crew, son? You and two, huh? It's better ooh run. You could get shot, homie, if you do want to. Put your guns up. Tell your crew don't front. I'm a hoodlum. You know you were 2-1. I'm about to blue up too. I'm the 1-2 day. I'm the new young Rapunzel. Who are you? If new lunch. I'ma ruin you now. I'ma ruin you.
dear members of the audience, I'd like to request all our VIP guests to move.
Thank you.
You can have good